Hey everybody, I got good news for everybody. What's that, you ask? You don't have to love your family. According to Jessica Wildfire. And whatever Jessica Wildfire says, you better fucking listen, alright? Jessica Wildfire is always right. And always correct. Alright guys. Let's start reading this stupid article, huh? Our culture has brainwashed us to worship at the altar of family kinship. That should be in the douche who wrote, altar of family kinship. Why? No innate reason exists for loving your family or even liking them. Except for genetics. And that's a shitty reason. Jessica Wildfire hates her genes. Mainstream media bombards us. Why can't I say that? Bombards us with images of happy families. Traditional or otherwise. Do you see a lot of happy families on mainstream media anymore? I don't. But what do I know? We're taught that we are nothing without our clan. If you don't spend every Christmas with your extended relatives, then you must be a crippled alcoholic, popping Vicodin until the holidays ends, so you can go back to work. That sounds so bad. Sign me up.
Dank.
Wrong. Some of us just don't feel anything toward our families, one way or the other. With mine, the good cancels out the bad. That should be okay. I hope her family reads this. Well, I should say, I'm saying her, but I'm pretty sure I'll put the picture up of the person who wrote this. I'm like 90% sure it's a tranny. Or just like a manly bitch. This friend of mine, her entire family pitched in and bought her a wedding dress last Christmas. The problem? She's not engaged. I mean, she had been. The family all knew her fiancé and blamed the relationship's failure on her. Now, are you just taking her story at face value? There's two sides to every story, lady. Or thing, whatever. Her mom said, we just thought we might as well give you some motivation. This story probably never happened, by the way. My friend is great. Practically my sister when she told me. She cried a little. Well, that means it's true. If there's tears, that means it really happened. But then we realized it was typical behavior for her family. No surprise here. My friend was hurt because she thought her family was supposed to love her. Then you realize that maybe your family doesn't love you. Then a light opens. You no longer feel betrayed. I imagine these two. These two are real giant pieces of shit. I mean, it's just a feeling. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. If your family does love you, great, good for you. But some of us just have shit families. And inner peace depends on releasing the expectations of unconditional love. Lady, everyone has shit families. You gotta deal with it. You just gotta deal with it. I'm not sure why I don't love my dad. Oh, great. Here we go. Even the fake women have dad issues. Logically, I know he's worked hard to provide for us. Shouldn't that be enough? I mean, really? What is it? What else do you want? He's helped me in a lot of ways, mostly financial. I feel indebted to him. I admire him. I respect him. I'm definitely going to buy him a fantastic headstone. That's nice. His funeral's going to totally kick ass. It's going to be totally awesome, and I'm going to make it all about myself because it's all about me. Why am I thinking about his funeral? He's a big smoker. Oh, shit. That motherfucker's basically Hitler smoking it like that. What the hell's his problem? I'm pretty sure he'll die of cancer. Man, what horrendous people. Who hires these people to write this shit? They're awful people. He's already has the gut-wrenching cough. Oh, shit. Fucking pull the plug then. When he goes, I'll be there at his bedside. I'll tell him I love him because that's what he deserves, I guess. But do I actually love him? I don't know. Most of the time, I'd rather not talk to him. Just horrendous people. Like, even if you thought that, why would you write that? Growing up, he made fun of me a lot. Yeah, because you were a guy running around in dresses. He judged me constantly, and more than once said some cruel things that I'll never forget. Well, it's time to move on. It's time to move on, you weirdo. Stop writing these horrendous articles. What things? Oh, you're curious. Why are you accusing the reader? It's like accusing the reader of being nosy. He described my writing as garbage once. Well, I mean, he was kind of onto something, you know? Called me fat, useless, dumb. Look, he's not 100% wrong here, okay? Sure, it might be mean, but I mean, at least he's telling the truth. In a strange turn of events, he later told me I was wasting away. Too thin, unhealthy. So that's a way just to throw someone in the garbage forever, right? I'm over all that. No, you're not. Or you wouldn't have wrote that. But consider, would you want to hang out with someone who said that shit to you? Highly doubtful. Does pretending to love someone count as a kind of real love? I guess it depends on what you get out of it. If you pretend to love someone so they keep you in their will, I guess not. Just awful people. Awful. Horrendous. At least, like, they advertise that they're awful people so you know to stay away from them, but who would even write that? Don't even get me started on loving my grandparents and uncles. Fine, get me started. Here's how my last conversation with my grandma went before she dropped dead. Uh-oh, this better be fucking, like, some evil shit. She asked me how my classes were going. I was in my 3rd year of teaching. I told her great. She answered, I hope you don't have too many Blakes. Oh, grandparents are dank, dude. You gotta miss your grandparents. I answered, actually, I have 5 black students and they're amazing. I would have added fuck you, but I didn't want to be directly responsible for her death. Your grandma sounds like a great time, and you're a jerk. Anyway, I hung up and we never spoke again. About a year later, she died. I skipped her funeral. I know, like, this, like, ain't, like, an amazing article or anything, but it's just how shitty and awful these people are. In the South, skipping your grandma's funeral earned you black sheep status instantly to half my family. I'm one of those liberal professors now. Well, that's good. I'm sure you're just rolling in the dough writing these stupid articles. One of my uncles is a motivational speaker, so your whole family is trash, basically. Or maybe you're onto something. His website makes me squirt beverages through my nose. He claims to be an internationally renowned life coach, author of 5 best-selling self-help books. How bad is it, you ask? Image a real-life Stuart Smalley. Why are you trashing your uncle? What did he do to you? You fucking asshole. Man. Who makes videos on his smartphone and bears absolutely no resemblance to Al Franken? When I'm feeling bad about myself, I visit his website. My self-esteem rises immediately. Anyway, the real reason I feel nothing for him, he's a selfish asswipe. Whenever he visited us growing up, he always asked my dad to invest in his latest ridiculous idea. He bragged about himself all the time and did everything possible to avoid getting a real job to support his own kids. That may be true, lady, but fuck, you're shitting on them all. Like, it wouldn't be hard to find out who that guy is, you know what I mean? If this, in fact, really happened, and most of these I suspect are bullshit, but just awful people. Shitting on your uncle. If you can't even respect someone, you probably can't love them. Love requires dignity, I think. Let's turn to my brother. You're gonna trash your brother, too? 5 years my junior. If I'm honest with myself, I describe him as a lucky loser. Not a winner like you. He lives at home, has never attended college, and he's only ever had 1 girlfriend. What makes him lucky? Well, he has a home at least. He's managed to catch a couple of full-time jobs, and his 1 girlfriend is pretty fucking hot. They're still dating. Well, I bet you're very lonely, and I bet you that drives you crazy. She's shy like him. I'm pretty sure they'll get married. My brother's pretty good looking. He's just really fucked up in the head, says the lady trashing their family. At least I think it's a lady. Figures. We were both raised by our schizo mom. Yes, actual schizophrenia. Violent, unpredictable, dangerous mom. I'm fucked up too, but somehow I managed to play the game of life a little better than him so far. I don't know. Do you know that? Do you know you have a better life? You seem you might be a little schizophrenic too. Why don't I love my brother? Like with my dad, I always feel like I'm faking everything when I'm around him. I hold back a lot. Hardly ever tell him what I really think about anything. For instance, he voted for Trump. because he thought Hillary was dishonest. When I try to express myself to him, he freaks out, like I'm in a coven or something. Well, I'm going to throw my brother into the trash because he liked Trump. These people, man. If we lived 300 years ago, I'm convinced my brother would have sold me out as a witch. I would have. I mean, that's probably... He wouldn't have been wrong. He probably would have attended my stake burning. You can't love someone if you think that. In another era, they might have rounded up a mob to burn you alive. I wish we could bring those back. That'd be pretty nice. Foremost, I doubt his intelligence. Uh-oh, because Hillary, guys. Only dumb rural idiots voted for Trump. For Christ's sakes, he voted for Trump. Last visit home, I tried to figure out why over a game of foosball. I hate foosball, by the way. Reasons he voted for Trump. They fell apart after 15 minutes of talking to me, and he was left speechless, sad. This never happened, by the way. My real family are my friends. People I could talk to without fear of judgment. People who think just like me about everything. People who I can't let my guard down around. These days, I tend to spend more time with them over the holidays than my quote-unquote real family. All of them have similar situations to mine. Dysfunctional drunks for parents. Yeah, because they had retarded kids. If you had a retarded kid, you would toss a few back too. Evangelical monster siblings. Oh no! Abusive stepdads. We seem to have sought each other out. And we love each other. I cry harder for one of my friends than I'd ever cry for someone in my immediate family. They have flaws. My best friend has hurt me deeply at least 3 times, but I forgive her. And that's another blog post altogether. Despite those painful moments, I can love my best friends because they give me something I can't find anywhere else. If it's not unconditional love, it's unconditional acceptance. Sometimes your true family's not the one you're born with, but the one you make. Another cat lady tranny thing, I think, who will die alone. At least your pappy probably won't die alone. And you'll have a cool tombstone. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that was worth the time. It's just, there's such awful people I had to read it. Well, I'll see you later, everybody. Bye.